What is happening, people of YouTube? This is the page with a review of Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Now, before I begin, I said that I wasn't going to do any more of my Gamer Ore videos. That I was going to do strictly just like books and stuff, and book-based movies. And I will continue next week my video on all the movies I was going to do. And if you haven't seen the first one, I recommend checking it out and subscribing to my channel and stuff, and leave and comment and subscribe if you wish to see more stuff like this, or of the stuff I just mentioned. Now, I'm using a picture from one of the game, from the game itself, to make it cool. So here we go. Thank you for watching these videos, for those who watch them. Thank you. Here we go. My take on it, both good and bad. Hang on here. Yeah. Ignore that. The good and bad of Metal Gear Solid 5. First, I'm going to start with the good. The pros. As most of you are well aware, it is a open world game where you go around and shoot and knock out things. I'm going to do this for fun. By the way, if you're wondering what that was. Sorry. So you go around shooting things or knocking people out, and they go back to the mother base, and then you take them and use them for different missions. And I will not give any spoilers away, so you don't have to worry about that on this channel. I'll just tell you about it, unless you really want that. But I'm not going to do that. So I'm still kind of playing it right now because it's so open world. I just got to the mission where you had to fight quiet, and let me just say to all the people out there, gamers, players, it's not that easy. It's totally different from what you think. So, here is the skinny. It is a fun game. It's just really good. There's nothing negative about this game. There's nothing negative about this game at all. Nothing I have seen so far about this is bad. But it's all great. Every single bit of it is good. I have no issue with it for right now. Otherwise, gameplay is wonderful. It's fun going around and, knocking out bad guys and putting them in your group, and then taking their guns and beating the missions and getting the points. And if you're someone who reserved it, you get extra stuff that you have to unlock, unfortunately. Which is kind of strange, because usually DLCs you don't have to. It's already unlocked for you. But for some reason they decided to make it to where you had to unlock it, which makes it all worthwhile. But other than that, it's great. There is nothing I didn't like about the game. Now that was the pros of the game. Now here are the cons. And I know I just said that, I just contradicted myself and said that there's nothing I didn't like about it, but I was just kidding. There's a lot of stuff wrong with it. If you're not used to the controls, it's gonna suck. If you have trouble with like knowing where your enemy is, then the game is not fun. And on top of that, you have to beat side missions in order to progress in the main mission mode. And if there is anybody out there like me, I apologize for that word. If there's anybody out there like me who absolutely cannot stand that, then I would not recommend playing any of the main missions yet. I would just recommend playing like the side missions, unless you just really want to dive into the story, which I know that you're going to do the exact opposite, which is dive into the story itself. Yes, so that's what kind of sucks about it, is they make it to where you have to basically dive into the main story to continue it, to get to chapter 11, which I'm on right now. I had to do a side mission, which miraculously, by a miracle, thank you Lord, that it was able to work. But the dumb thing is, you just have to do all these different side missions. And Miller, apparently, nor Ocelot helps you. Tells you where you need to do. You just kind of do it. I mean, they say something, but it's just very briefly. It's not like the main missions. Another thing I didn't like about it is, I wish they would, I guess you could say, because I'm a big fan of Metal Gear, and I'll explain why here in a minute. I guess you could say I'm a purist when it comes to it, because I'm just a really big